you make money, then you take money, take money, take money.
What up, though?
You doing a Starbucks app this morning?
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Send your coat, mate. Had a bit of Starbucks here.
Man,
Nothing in the post mug yet, though.
we late today. I done already been to a couple of cups of coffee already. already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's going on, babe?
Nothing. Got a little more activity online than usual. Today we had a Hexo and a Travon stream this morning. So crypto waking up. See everybody getting back to the usual day to day.
Yes, I like that. I like that energy a whole lot. So might as well get right into it. Check on the market, see what is going on in this crypto world of ours.
Oh, we doing that? Okay. It's we kind of slowed down a little bit. We was getting a lot of green candles, so it looked like the FOMO was kicking in, but now you see a little Hex had a dip down to 1.9 last night. I don't know anybody that caught that dip. If you had some limit orders in, you see that big red candle. Try to zoom in on it. So this is the daily. So yeah, that was last night. And yeah, this is a moving average. So we came below it. So I got this yellow line. This is the potential floor back down to 1.8 like we talked about yesterday. So hopefully we've touched it and got close enough to it. We'll make them to touch it. But yeah, that's Hex. And it's kind of like I said, it's mimicking Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin, it kind of did the same thing. It reached a peak. So we're looking at that 21,000 level. It's kind of like are we going up or down? If you can't conquer 21,000, then it's probably going to come back to test that 18,000 level. Oh, it looks nice. All right, so we see that little triangle. So yeah, we could come back and test this line here. Well, I don't think that low. Maybe maybe 18,000, just to make sure we want to stay on this uptrend or not. But yeah, it's a little. I say, what do you call it when the market kind of catches its breath a little bit after that big pump, and now it's kind of people making a decision: is this real or are we being faked out? So, like I said, DCA always the way. Don't go all in, and definitely don't turn your head because this thing could keep moving.
Yeah. So I guess that kind of brings us to the thumbnail topic of hodling versus trading, right? Which I've asked you a lot about recently, personally, because we're in the crypto space so much, right? We look at the charts so often, seeing the movement, that it made me start to question like whether or not there's opportunities to increase your bag, by trading, which if you are a fan of Richard Hart, or you listen to his teachings a lot, you hear commonly traders get wrecked. you
Right.
know, so I want to listen to wiser people that have been in the space for a lot longer than I have. But you can't help but to wonder, just my activity in the space, being here so often, could I benefit possibly off of buying on the dips and the pumps?
All right. Yeah, I think definitely if you try to like day trade on short term in crypto, that's definitely a recipe for disaster. Like you said, the pumps are so unpredictable and they're so massive, so fast that it only takes one or two times to get wrecked, to be wrong, to where you're just totally wrecked. So I think yeah, on a monthly, maybe weekly time frame, if you look at a bigger picture, it's able there are opportunities to sell tops and reaccumulate at bottoms, if you are plugged into the markets. But it sounds easy, but it's hard in these, especially when you're in a bear market, and you've seen so much consistent down. And like I said, when the market turns around, it's so unpredictable and you don't really have a heads up to if this is a real thing. So yeah, my advice to a lot of people is just try to always be buying, always accumulate as many big 30% plus dips, really 15% plus dips. You want to kind of accumulate, and then yeah, be ready to sell 30 to 40% pumps. Always be buying, always be selling. And if you try to be a net buyer, I think that's the recipe for success. Not trying to game the market, but be a net buyer versus a net seller.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. Any let's can we just look down your watch list a little bit and see any other surprises? Any big dips today?
Okay. Well, I got more first. It reached the peak of 72 cents, after this big run up. So now it is
Hmm.
a correction. Now, if it can hold this level here, then it's probably going to run up to 90 cents. So this is an important level for more right now. But if it can't hold this level, I think it'll come back and test between 55 and 60 cents. But it looks like there are a lot of holders in that coin right now, people accumulating. So I don't expect. I'm more bullish on the upside than downside there. Um, where was that other pump we saw? PLSD having a nice bounce back. They had dipped under $5. I was kind of nervous to think that it would see lower lows, come back down to maybe 350, 360. But this bounced back nice. I think $5 is kind of the price where the bulls are trying to protect, close to $5. Let's see. Yeah, here's that trend line. So we may see a little more downside, but this major trend line was respected back here. So I think maybe 450. Maybe the next time where a lot of buyers pour in. So it might be a good time to start accumulating some post Doge. And Colt was the other one that I was looking at. It did have a nice pump. Colt kind of bottomed out over the last couple of weeks to a month. But it did have a nice pump a couple of weeks ago. I think now it's having a correction. But if we pull it up, we can see that. Go to the auto. Oh, well, maybe not. It fell out of this chart here, but it's not over. Maybe it's having a pullback with the rest of the market, but I think it is kind of ahead as far as already having found a floor. I think this is a long time from October up until late December, a lot of sideways consolidation. So I think Colt is ready to make a major move to the upside. So it might not be a bad idea to keep an eye on Colt and Revolt in that system.
Oh, we got Randy in the chat. Hey, Randy Hilarski, how are you doing? If you guys have
Randy,
seen his content, you should definitely check it out. He's always been big game, big facts. He's saying that Colt has big news coming with their privacy focus chain. So that's
there you
exciting.
go.
And I think
There's
that's
your
important.
narrative. If you need a narrative, there you go.
Yeah, I think that's important also to identify when you're looking at these charts on Deck Screener. A lot of people don't realize that Deck Screener is a short-term view. I think it goes back like maybe 3-4 months or something like that. And
Right.
so a lot of times when you're looking at just this short amount of time frame, you can't get the big picture of what has happened with this coin. And so if you look back at something like Colt, you'll see that it's all-time highs. We are just like most things, we are
Yeah.
way far from that, and it's had quite a long stretch of time of sideways action. And that's kind of what I look for personally, especially if I'm coming into a coin for the first time. Is I don't want to be buying on that way up or even on that way down. I wait until I can see, some
Yeah.
significant sideways action.
Oh,
And
she got the
okay,
game.
it's stabilizing to a point to where, this is probably a good entry point for me.
Yeah, that's my clue. I say low volatility. You want to see, more stabilizing, not big swings up or down either direction. And that's when you kind of know when it's going to make a big move either direction. Like you said, there's always potential for downside, so you don't want to ignore that. But like you said, something that's already had a big downturn, a uptrend is, obviously, in the cards in the near future. And another thing is, I forgot that whole point, but it's okay. We're gonna move on.
And another thing, I was
Yeah,
ready for it too. I was getting excited. What's the other thing?
right. Oh, you were talking about remind me again of the point of the last point you were making.
Nope, it's done. We
Crap.
lost it. Yeah. So, but okay. So, I mean, I guess that's catching up with the market, has to say. I thought there was something interesting on Twitter. I think you have the tab since your screen share is already up. Richard
Yeah,
Hargett.
you or H. He's there's a lot of talk about one of the big whales who's been dumping. That's exactly, but he dumped hundreds of millions of hex. And soon after that happened, Richard released this tweet. Here's a V3 testnet screenshot. And so, he gave us the teaser the other day about, V3 to get people excited when everyone's questioning like what's going on, need more updates. Well, now he's coming with some more updates, more often now. And like I said, I don't know. There's no guarantee that there will be a public V3. I think I think this is, kind of leading up to, I think, the market turning around. He's kind of building that attention now, working towards, more posts and uh speculation, but we'll see.
Yeah. Any news to me is good news.
Right.
So if we're talking on it, there's a reason why we're talking about it. It's because somebody's working on it and things are moving forward. So, I'm excited. I'm just, hey, four more
Yeah, and
weeks.
it kind of puts to bed some of those rumors about, it's they're not working on it, nothing's going to happen. Um, just people get too excited about all the small moves and all the updates. So it just makes sense to run it on a private test net to where you can really address the real problems. You don't have people spamming the GitLab with false, my balance is incorrect, and they can really only look at the real issues and really solve it and get this thing going. The Beacon Explorer to have its own block explorer is huge, I think. Uh, yeah, I think it was something about he was trying to fork the. It was an issue with the ETH Explorer and how it relates to BNB and that original code, but seems like they got to figure it out. So, yeah, it's all looking bullish to me. Win post, sir.
Yes, yes. We got a couple other people in the chat. Just want to give a shout out to. We got Lazy Hexagon, Marco the Hexagon in the chat. He says, I've been tweeting about RH doing updates after those three guys kept dumping out one by one. Hey, man, somebody else's dump is somebody else's game.
And I
So,
mean,
saw how fast that 1.9 got ate up. I
I mean,
mean,
I hate to root for those guys, but they may be onto something. Maybe the fork has already happened. They have already taken that snapshot. If there is no V3, if we are ready to go, then they may have already gotten their copy. So now they're free and clear to dump. So that may be another kind of hint to where they're confident in that post chain is closer than sooner than later. So
you
that
think
could be
those are
another
the
bullish
devs
signal.
dumping then?
The
you think
Devs dumping.
you think those big hex dumps are devs, huh? Post chain devs.
Hey man.
Yeah, man. I'm with you, Randy. I'm just beyond tired of rice and beans. I almost went vegan just so that I could avoid the price of eggs and steak, man.
Man. Oh boy.
Then now the fork happens when the final block is ready. That's shit. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's exciting anytime you see activity coming out of Richard Hart. We don't see it. We hadn't been seeing it often. I
Yeah.
think that was making people, stir crazy. What's going on? Nothing's going on.
Man, your
So
boy Trevon put up a post saying this guy doesn't even talk about crypto anymore. And if you look at the last 8 to 10 tweets, it was like non-crypto related at all. But we want to reach outside of this. Crypto is kind of, I don't want to say crypto has been dead for the last month, but there's just been nothing new. So the attention is gone. You got to reach out, outside the box if you want to get attention back into this space.
yeah. Well, something new that is going on. I mean, I guess it's not new because it's a old event that happens annually. But the first that I've really heard about it is the ETH Denver. Why don't you pull that up?
So, ETH Build-a-thon.
Yeah. So I actually was looking at this. I mean, if you're in the Denver area, I would definitely check this thing out because it seems like it's attended by many, many people. Yeah, let's watch that video. Do you have sound coming out? You want me to
It's
watch?
just music, techno music.
Oh, okay.
No real voices.
Here,
Yeah,
I'm
looks
going.
like a Comic-Con for crypto. It's a lot of developers coming there. They do like I guess it's kind of like a hackathon, but it's all the builders. ETH. They have a YouTube channel, ETH Denver, and it's actually a guy. It's called Building with Derek, and he works on teaching you how to build on front ends and how to develop wallets and do stuff on ETH. So yeah, the guys building in the space. It's a nice. Maybe you want to get out and network with some other people around the crypto community outside of this ecosystem that we have.
One thing that I have noticed though in watching this trailer, I think I've counted 3 women.
Okay.
That's not great. that is that is not great. Our little hex events looks like we're blowing the Ethereum event out of the water when it comes
So as long
to
as we don't try to have Richard come on stage and rap at that mug, you know, the last one where what's his name? Weird Vitalik
yeah.
came out to spit some
Weird.
bars. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
So that is I want to say it's in I go back to the main page. I know it's like March, April-ish. No, February.
February 24th, end of February, first week of
Yeah.
March.
So if I was in Denver, I would definitely look into it. What I thought was really interesting about this conference type event is that you have to apply to attend, right? I guess it's always been a free event, but the more interest that's came to it, they have like a new process for how you can attend.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about it, whether or not I
Well,
want
it
to.
makes sense. You know, you don't want a lot of brand new projects coming in just to shield and get attention that aren't legit. You know, you kind of want to vet some of the projects in the space. So maybe a good thing to have people apply and make sure, have been in the space for an
Make
extended
sure you
period
see
of
it.
time, actually building legit projects.
Yeah. It says be careful because some people look like men, but they're actually women. Yeah, I saw a couple tech women, but yeah, no, they could still do better. It was not there was a lot of clips, even of multiple people in the room, and I did not see very many women at all. So, but yeah, that's something that we've talked about. I'll pull down your screen share. That's something that we've talked about as far as another tour. How can we um, do more with the time that we have, as opposed to just doing events where we do all of the recruiting as far as getting the people there? Why not tap into some of these larger, already established events, and make sure that Hex is represented in that capacity? And I see benefit of both. I see benefit in having a specific curriculum, and workshop where it's intended to, be very focused in on one avenue, or at least like the beginning stages of crypto into recommended cryptos, right? And then I also see the benefit in, attending other events. So
Yeah, I mean, it's just that spread and that reach. You know, with what we're doing with KSB, and that's more of an onboard to the general public into the crypto space and decentralization, being your own banks. But like you said, you do want to create a attraction to a group, but also the cross marketing of going to other groups. Like I don't see anything wrong with like last year the guy showed up at the Bitcoin conference, but to go to these different communities who are already bringing in groups and
mhm.
interacting. If these other communities do have populations that are meeting, it would be good to, you know, cooperate with those guys. I mean, not to say that we have to try to shield them or have them, but to see crypto growing outside of just offline, out of these chat rooms and online and Twitter spaces to, in the real world doing real things.
Yep. Once again, saying what's up to the chat. I see Metallic Elmo in the chat. I see Benny in the chat. Susie, love you, Susie Q. Hey, Susie. Hex Fetty. What's up, guys? What's going on? We're just hanging out like we do on a daily, talking about what we always talk about.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Trying to take over crypto. No. I'm going to screen share my screen for a second. But I didn't want to start on that page. We already talked about Richard Hart's tweet. I wanted to give a little shout out, a little community shout out. Something I want to start doing daily, recognize different people in the community, or just different people that I feel like are worthy of a follow, of your attention. I thought I already had it pulled up. Let me see if I can get it to load fast. If you don't already have it going. Yes. So my community shout out of the day is Steak Hex 555. You may also know her as Hexlena Postlot. She's on Twitter. I assume she's a she. We don't know, who she is as far
Mhm.
as a person, but as a personality on Twitter, she's amazing. She is a diehard Hex kid, but even further than that, she be spitting facts.
Yeah.
Like, and she's she doesn't just post on her own tweet, like she doesn't just tweet on her own, she also messages on other, like a tweet and replies. You'll see her on bigger pages. So she's definitely been quite influential in getting the message of X out there. You see, like, she's Silver's page. Yeah, she be out there. So big shout out to her. If you're not already following her on Twitter, I would definitely go and check her out.
Yeah, she's definitely a ride or die for Hex for reals.
Yep. And then while I'm over here on Twitter, I just want to watch this little video real quick.
KG.
Gotta love KG. Appreciate you, man. That was an awesome shout out for our new ABC crypto book. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. We appreciate your support. There's a link in the description of the video. But yeah, you can also just go over to Amazon and search it. But yeah, love KG from Internet Money. If you guys don't know what Money is, I would definitely check that out. They're doing some innovative things in the space of wallet creation. I think one of my favorite things that they're working on is what they call the WD token. It's a wallet dividend token. So
Dividend.
basically, by holding the WD token, all the fees that are accumulated from their wallet. So like MetaMask has its fees. Instead of all that money being circulated, or just going to the MetaMask organizers, then instead it goes to wallet holders. So definitely check out what KG and Internet Money are doing over there.
And you don't have to wait for the MetaMask airdrop. You get your airdrop daily with the dividends.
DJ Pauly said no sound for KG. Were you able to hear it?
No. I thought it was just because it was on your computer and not through the mic.
Oh, my bad, guys. I thought that
Well, KG shows a lot of love on Twitter, so definitely go to his Twitter feed and check out that video.
You didn't even say anything. You just had me sitting here listening to KG, watching the video.
That was me.
Just I'm over. Man, talk about a boomer. I mean, I heard it perfectly fine, but yeah, no, my bad, guys. I have to figure out how can I do that? How can I make it so that if I play it on my computer, you can hear it as well? Do you know? No?
I think it won't because you're using your mic. So to play sound from your computer is kind of muting all the sound from your, so it's no feedback. So
Right.
you.
Oh well. Moving on then.
Thanks for the shout out, KG.
LOL, it was a moment of silence. Yeah, man, and I'm the only one not a part of it. I'm just over here like, oh, listen to KG saying such wonderful things. Everybody's just like,
trust us, they were wonderful.
They were wonderful. Go over to Twitter, you can hear it for yourself, I promise. But so yeah, we get a lot of questions. What's going on, Tin Top? How's it going? We get a lot of questions from different people that are new to crypto coming in asking us about hardware wallets, what we use, get into crypto or whatnot. And so one of the questions that I've got recently is it safe to buy your hardware wallet off of Amazon? And to that, I would say yes, as long as you make sure that you are buying it from directly from the ledger shop or the treasure shop, like straight from the distributor. You could go to their websites directly, but it is safe to shop from their shops on Amazon. Um, the two main hardware wallets that I've come across is Ledger and Trezor. But me personally, I am more I use the ledger more. Like I have more ledgers. And I think that that is a little bit because of the colors that they offer. The first set of ledgers that I bought was for my family. It was for me, my husband, and our three kids. I wanted everybody to have their own hardware wallet and to start their own portfolio. Marco is saying, no, no, no. No, don't buy it from Amazon, Marco. Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
You're too late.
I bought plenty of them from Amazon. You just don't want to buy it from a random seller. There are other sellers on Amazon that sell ledgers, and it's very easy to identify that you are at the actual ledger shop. This, like here, is the ledger page on Amazon. You can, when you, let's see, if I go down to the products, yes. Then once you click on one of the products, you can see who the seller is, right? So you just really want to make sure that you know who your seller is. So, but yes, if you choose, if you're completely skeptical about all of that, then yes, then just go to the ledger sites.
To be safe.
Yes, to be safe. But anyways, I like ledgers because I like that they offer different colors. I think that it makes it really easy when you're trying to identify which one that you're going to use. Now, there's different types of ledgers. There's Ledger Nano S, and then there's Ledger Nano X. Babe, do you want to talk a little bit about what the difference? Because I mean, it is a bit of a price jump, right? From 150 to, I want to say the other one's like $80.
Oh, yeah.
People are going to question what's the additional money for?
They got hardware. What do you call it? Memory or data size. So when you download these different blockchain wallets, they take up space actual ledger. So if you have you can have coin wallet, XRP. So each different blockchain takes up a certain amount of space, on your ledger. So the more change you have, the less space you have. If you're only operating with a few, like just Ethereum, you may not need so much storage. So I guess that's the benefit between the difference between the two, why you would need a larger one. I like the X because it's actually, you can connect to your computer with Bluetooth. It does have Bluetooth connection where you don't need the hard
I think the newest update of the Nano S may be the same way, right?
Is it?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I can maybe click on one and look at the specs.
No clue. But I mean, that's just one of the things but the Nano S, those buttons are a little easier to press, I think. Or is it? Let me think about mine.
We have both. We definitely have used both.
I'm trying to think of which one. It's one's more high techy.
Yeah. I haven't honestly seen any reason why I couldn't go with the cheaper model. Like I haven't ran out of storage. It wasn't extremely complicated to use. So if you're on a budget, then the smaller one works just fine. I haven't ran into any issues.
All right.
Yeah, Papa Boner would be totally against what we're talking about here. If you want to learn about security, because I am not that person. I am not the one
Man, they got
to
wallets on your phone you could use.
all the in and outs. You should definitely go and check out Papa Boner. I believe that's his name. It's probably one of the most interesting names in crypto. But yeah, Papa B, he's going to teach you all the ins and out of being the most secure you can be in your crypto journey. But I think that yeah, as long as you have your hardware wallet, um, then you're off to a great start. One more thing that I wanted to mention is this post tube. Yesterday when we were streaming, I just could not remember the name of this website, which is hilarious to me now because I literally said on stream, it's like a YouTube for post chain. And yeah, it's called post tube. Like, how did I not think of that? But yeah, they're awesome. They it's kind of like Hex Streamers was, but it's just the website is just always growing. They're always innovating. It shows you all the different YouTubers who create Hex and Pulse chain content. It's showing you all these different projects that will be active and live on Pulse chain. And so as different streams come up all throughout the day, it's constantly updating with who's streaming right now. Look, we're on there right now twice because we're streaming on 2 channels.
Mm.
Really appreciate all the building that's going on in the community to help spread the word of what's going on. Let's see what he says. These behaviors or practices are tough for onboarding noobs. The early days of BTC and paper wallets taught me about generating seeds offline and securing private keys, not in digital form. Yeah.
Hello.
What's up, Casey?
Oh no, I thought I was froze for a second. Yeah, I love the paper pen model. Even though I have hardware wallets, I never feel safe with my crypto connected. So I'm just always connected while I'm using it, and then when I'm done, get off of there, and I don't have a problem entering my seeds when I need them, and just always expecting a vulnerability.
Yeah.
But the name of the game is mass adoption. I feel like the more education, the more people put their hands on the technology. Education is the key. People just need to know. Hopefully, they can learn from others' mistakes and not have those same things. Learn from the history of people getting hurt. But yeah, experience is the best teacher.
Yeah. Let's see. Marco has a recommendation. He says everyone should watch K4K's security video, both for advanced and new folks. Appreciate that, Marco. I don't think I myself have seen that video, so I'm gonna have to go and check that out. Yeah, I think the main thing that I come across, or like issue that you may have where you find yourself susceptible to scammers or to getting your coins taken from you is really connecting to dApps that you have no business on. Like connecting to, like, you pretty much always have to sign permission to give someone access to your wallet, right? Like,
Yeah.
and so a lot of times I think people that aren't real aware will be on Twitter or Facebook or places. Like it happened to one of our relatives, one of our, early on boards. He's on Facebook and he's scrolling through, and then he sees something that's
Has his
like,
MetaMask hooked up to his phone.
yes, has his MetaMask hooked up to his phone, and it's like free airdrop. It's like free Hex, blah 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 blah, right? And then what does he do? He clicks on it, thinking nothing.
Hey man, what happened to my Hex?
Then he's calling like, "Hey, can I get it back? What do I do?" No, like that's where you made your mistake. Like that is the key principle, that we try to say over and over and over is that you in crypto, you are your own bank. So you have to protect it yourself. you can't just be letting anybody have access inside your account, you know?
Yeah,
So,
and a lot of it comes from greed and trying to get a free, chasing free airdrops and like you said, seeing someone with some scammy ads where you can double up, just only visit trusted sites. Don't don't go,
yeah.
just be
And
careful, be safe.
I play with MetaMask a lot. I play with new wallets all the time. MetaMask is a what do you call that? Hot storage. Was it called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a hot
And
wallet.
so yeah, how so basically it's online. It's software on your computer, whatever. It's not on hardware device. And so you can make as many MetaMask accounts as you want. They only give you 12 seed words. You can make it without funding it, and you can just play with it. So that's what I've done. Almost any new project that comes out that I want to, experiment with, check out, see what's going on, especially like when ETH Pal and ETH Fair came out, and I just wanted to go and see what was going on, if it um, it's imitated like what we would get with Pulse Chain. I just wanted to experiment, right, just to see what was going on. So that's when I created a new MetaMask. I wasn't gonna go and experiment, with my sacrifice wallet, and then next
Right.
thing I know, all my everything, what I got now and what's coming in the future, everything is gone. So that's what I would encourage you to do if you want to experiment and check out new things. Then start a new wallet that doesn't have anything in it, and then fund it as you need to. Right? If you want to try something that costs a little gas, then just send that amount of Ethereum. Don't send
Yeah.
thousands
Yeah.
of dollars of
And
it or
just
something.
understand that if it's something that you want to hold, it's not yours unless you have it in cold storage offline. Anything that's hot storage, someone can have access to it. You never know what the schemes these scammers and hackers got going on. So, like you said, yeah, even if you are using new wallets and testing stuff out, if you want it, if you like what you picked up, send it offline to some cold storage. And always disconnect those wallets. You never know what happens to those computers. You can get a laptop stolen. Um, Someone can sim swap you. I don't know what can happen, but uh yeah, keep that internet crypto off the line, man. Keep it offline.
Yeah. So it's Thursday, one more day until the weekend. I'm looking forward till Saturday. The Chiefs are playing someone that doesn't matter. No, I'm just kidding. I want to say it's the Jaguars. The Chiefs are playing the Jaguars, and then on Sunday, your boys. Who are they matched up with? Do you know? Let me look it up real quick.
Eagles maybe? No.
Uh, it's
49ers.
49. Oh, that brings me back. That brings me back to my childhood. That was always the big rivalry in the NFC growing up. Cowboys and Niners. Happy birthday to your wife, Marco. Yes, they are playing Niners. So I'm looking forward to this weekend, to some football, um, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. Win Friday. We're gonna get a post announcement this weekend. Let's go. I would love that.
All right, so let's just play hypotheticals here. Post announcement this weekend. What's the first thing you do?
Quit. Call in all the jobs. Say I'm not coming back. I'm good.
I've seen Jake Sharp post that tweet a couple of different times throughout this long journey of waiting. He posted what's the not the what's the first thing you do, or something like post launches, what do you do, and then he's like meme only, right? And then you see like all these random memes of people playing in money and like all this different stuff. And I've never done it, but I was like, if I ever do, try to find a meme for that post, I think I would have to find a meme of somebody like waking up. Like I feel like right now we just all sleep,
Mm.
like everybody's just like dozed off, waiting for something interesting to happen. And as soon as Post Chain launched, and we're all gonna look like zombies stuck to our computer screen, like
Man,
going in.
they are trying to buy me a baby dinosaur.
You're out of control. Let's see your favorite. What is this? Let's see your football cheer. Yeah, I don't know. I'm far from a cheerleader.
God.
uh, Marco says, I will wait 3 months after post chain to make moves. I feel RH will play with liquidity and make slippage so bad for the sellers. It's a smart play. That is interesting.
Yeah, I just think that it's going to be a lot of weekends when it first launches. I think there are a lot of people looking to take just people tired of waiting, people who don't have conviction of the project. So I think the smart play would be to accumulate those first 3 months. I think there is going to be a lot of sell pressure, but the people that buy that dip, I think, are going to be really happy. So I think that might be the smart play. Is people have been waiting for a chance to get in a post chain, not to jump in immediately, but kind of wait for the dip and accumulate slow from that launch.
Yeah, I know we haven't had this conversation in a while, just because I think you have this conversation when you're getting really anxious for it to come out, and then you realize that we got some more waiting to do, and then you kind of stop talking about it. But I feel like one of the biggest questions that you hear is post chain or post X. Which one are you more bullish on? Which one are you trying to accumulate both? Are you trying to accumulate one over the other? What are your thoughts on that?
They're both good. I think short-term posts, long-term post X. Um, I'm so non-maxi. I like all of them. Just like I can't say I have a favorite kind of music, or they're both great. I think the ratio will be a little different. I think it'll start higher, like from anywhere from 3 to 5 to 1, and then it'll kind of shrink to about maybe 2.5 to 1, maybe 2 to 1, post X to post. So I think that's what'll happen as far as the value of those ratios will shrink a little bit. But yeah, I'm bullish on both, man. Well, K4K. I think K4K has single-handedly built a bullish scenario for post X, where I don't think it'll have as many people swap into the post as we thought initially. So yeah, short-term post, long-term post X.
Yeah, I agree with the short-term post, long-term post X, mainly because just human behavior. Human behavior, typically, you want what you can't have or don't have, right?
Right.
And just because, like, we can just look at the numbers of sacrifice and see that there are a lot more people that will have post X than will have posts. And everyone needs some posts because it's the name token. You don't need a lot of posts, because the V's are like negligible. But you'll need some, and just the fact that you have to grab some, it's probably going to make you want to grab a little more. You don't want to just have a little bit and then it does crazy
Boom, then
10,000.
you got to come back and buy more.
you know
10 times more.
you need it. So just for that reason, I think that that like early, in that short term, you're going to see a lot more swaps from Pulse X into Pulse. But then once the deflationary aspect of Pulse X really starts to kick up, and you can actually notice it, right? And that's going to take
Yeah.
some time for that
Yeah,
to
just
happen.
the use people actually use and post the swaps, and
Yeah.
over time that automatic burn. And
Uh,
people are assuming that people are going to be swapping post X for post chain.
yeah.
Like it could be a situation where it just
New
stays
fiat.
a bit stagnant while everyone moons into the other one, and then it kind of has a late start, a delayed moon.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that Marco is 100% right here. It says so many folks will get wrecked by wrong links, scams, traps, and etc. Whatever. But yes, 100%. I actually that is the reason why I was most bullish on post Doge when it first came out because of the narrative of people not doing their own research, right? Like not really knowing what they're doing. And the same thing applies to post Bitcoin and people just assuming that a post Doge or a post Bitcoin is just Bitcoin on the post chain or is just Doge on post chain. And I know that people will make these kind of mistakes, and flood into these coins, or like you said, get scammed because they buy something that looks like post chain, but is the L and the U is swapped, right?
Yep.
Stuff like that. So you got to be vigilant out here in these crypto streets. This is the wild, wild west.
Yeah, we out here for the big gains, man. Ill-gotten gains and all.
Yeah, 100%. So, hey, are you able to get us some sound through your thing? I kind of want to hear one of your songs before I talk about the cruise a little bit. Can you your music?
Maybe.
I heard it earlier, so that's why I assumed that my sound played through because you were playing something and I heard it.
Oh, you eavesdropping?
Yeah. Look at DJ Pauly. See, that was his whole. We went to Daytona 500, and, and we had a nice little drive because you're not flying into that part of what was it in Alabama? No, I'm thinking Daytona was Florida. What was the name of the NASCAR one that we went to, Pauly, in Alabama? What is that?
Talladega?
Talladega, yes. So to go to this one, you have to like fly into another major city. So I think we flew into Atlanta and then we drove. And the whole time on the ride up there, DJ Pauly is like, "I got the perfect coin. It's guaranteed win." I was like, "What you got, Pauly?" He's like, "We got Plus chain." We're gonna buy it just because they think it's post chain. It's like, yeah, man. If I was a scammer, I'd be all over that.
They spelt it wrong.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those. But love the idea, man. So what we thinking? Can we get that music?
What you gonna talk about?
No, I want to see if I can hear that smooth sales. Somebody brought up yesterday that if we do a music video on the cruise,
Ooh.
or the idea of doing a music video on the cruise, and you said you had the perfect song.
Man, feel smooth selly. I know looking at the chart doesn't feel like smooth sales, but
Pisces, two fish feeling like a whale. Just one now. Can't tell. Looking like smooth sailing. Got a lot of money on me, girl, you can't tell. Lot of cake steak, so you know I can't sell. It's going great, yeah, it's going real well. Ooh, looking like smooth sales. Got a lot of money on me, girl, you can't tell. Lot of cake steak, so you know I can't sell. It's going great, yeah, it's going real well. Ooh, looking like smooth sales. I was going hard, I was trying to get the cake.
I know.
If you're feeling how I'm feeling, then you can relate. Heard about a coin, all you gotta do is wait. Took a little bit of what I made and made a stake. Couple years out, yeah, you know that I can wait. 5, 5, 5, 5, then I made a 8. Had to get a 5-piece, then I hit a trade. Eventually, we probably have them coming every day. Hey, people trying to hate. They was doing percentages and we was doing X. Crypto market falling, what they got to do with it? Measured in another crypto, what the fuck did you expect? Got another copy coming on another chain. 3 top 10s, call that a triple threat. Question my supply, but I demand my respect. Everything working out, so you know I got a flex. Got a lot of money on me, girl, you can't tell. Got a cake steak, so you know I can't tell.
Yeah, it's going great.
Yeah, it's going real well. Ooh, looking like smooth
sales. I like
Smooth sales,
it.
Yeah, that's a nice video vibe right there.
That is. I could definitely see lounging by the pool, all the different beaches we're gonna hit up, cabana style. Oh yeah. I'm visualizing.
Yeah.
I see it coming.
I heard them, folks.
My DJ's gonna be on the cruise. DJ Polly will be there with us. Who
With his
else?
sunglasses,
Say
know he
what?
gonna have some fresh sunshades on.
Oh yes, and in all different colors. Yes. Anybody else coming to the cruise with us? So I'm gonna let you in on some little insider information for our couple people in the chat with us. The price of the cruise has gone up a crazy amount, right? I'm thinking that the price will go down again after February 8th. February the 8th is the deadline for when everyone who paid a deposit has to make their final payment. So you don't make that final payment, then that room gets back into inventory. And then the cruise line will be like, oh, we're not as sold out as we thought. Maybe we should lower these prices. That's what I think will happen, but I can't guarantee it. What I do know is that we have had 3 out of like our 40 rooms that we have booked on this cruise. I think we have 3 of them of people that can no longer make it. So the deposit is paid on their room, and they have the good pricing from way back when, right? I believe, and I'm going to call as soon as we get done with this stream because one of the rooms has already been requested by somebody. But I believe that I can just make name changes on these rooms. So if that's possible, if I can just make a name change, then that means that you can take over that booking and essentially get that cheap price. Yeah. So if you are interested in coming on the cruise, then message me directly. Try to get in contact with me as soon as possible because I only have a couple of these rooms of paid deposits for people that won't be coming. So I want to say one of them is a 2-bedroom, which is like really hard to get. And then another one is like a junior suite, and then the other junior suite has already been taken. But yes, hit me up if you're interested in coming to the Hex Cruise. If not, wait till after February 8th and then check on the prices again as far as that goes. The website is hexcruise.com. If you want more information, just want to see the itinerary and all that kind of good stuff. Anything else?
Cruise wise,
awards. Go to ksb.tv to vote for your favorite content creators. Got all kind of categories that you can vote for. Best onboarder, funniest streamer, most consistent streamer, community member of the year, all kinds of stuff. So please go on over to ksb.tv and place your votes for Hex content creators. DM me that deal. Let me check it out. Sure, Marco. I'll send you the only thing with you, Marco, and I don't we'll have to talk, but I want to say that it caps at 2 people on these rooms. It has to just be a name change. You can't add additional guests. So I'll have to get back to you just in case you're planning on bringing the whole fam. But yeah, that's pretty much it for us today. This is something new that we're doing, trying to be consistent in our streaming journey. Really, we have these conversations every day together anyways. So we just decided that, we would let everybody else in on what we're talking about. We hope that you find some of our conversations useful. We are always here, especially for new people interested in trying to learn about how to enter into this crypto space safely. And until next time, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah. Love yourself, love your friends and family, and we love you too. Hey, check out KG. Make sure you check us out. ABC Crypto, available online.
All right.